everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another what sold video for you guys, and if you were watching last week's video, you know that was not my best week, but I managed to pull myself together, get some sales this week, and I am so excited to go over those sales with you guys. If you are new to my channel, on Tuesdays I typically let out a what sold video, letting you know what sold for me the past week, for how much, how long I've had it, and so forth. In my last video, I left off on the 29th, so we are going over October 30th sales all the way to November 5th. And as I said at the beginning, I was very pleased with this week's sales. I had a mixture of just getting rid of some items just to make back my money or some money, and that got to cleaning out my closet, which brought in, I'm sure, some attention to like some other priced items and things like that. So super excited to get into this week. We will go ahead and start off with October 31st. On this day, I had a total of 3 sales here. The first one starting off was a pair of American Eagle distressed boy crop jeans, and these I did have for more than a year, so this was one of the items that I kind of started off with trying to get rid of things. I did price this to my lowest, and it took maybe a couple days, but on a Friday I had someone go ahead and swoop this up at full price, if you will, for $8. I did put in $2.95 into fees on these, and that did leave me with $1.06. I do believe I started out with these jeans, and for whatever reason they did get a lot of attention, but they weren't moving, so maybe it was just the pricing. It could also be like the style, but again, I did have these for over a year and I was just excited to move these out. The next sale that I had this day was for another pair of jeans, and these I'm not sure why they didn't fly out faster, but I did pick these up about a year ago, so they have been sitting for a little bit. It was for a pair of 7 For All Mankind short inseam A pocket flare jeans, and I picked these up because of the style, and I mean, it's 7 For All Mankind. I believe I got them for a good price, and they just pretty much sat. I did get some attention, and I just haven't really touched them since I posted them, so it could have been something that I relisted, but I did try and get offers out to likers, which I did get someone come back to me and send me an offer for $24 on these jeans. The fees that I put into this were $4.80, and that did leave me with a profit of $14.70 on these jeans. The last sale that I had this day was for a Joe B black maxi skirt, and I mean, it was really simple, really basic, and the brand isn't something that I typically pick up, but this was donated to me, and I had an offer come through on Courtesy asking for free shipping, and they would pay full price of $18. And I did sit on this because I thought about it. I hate doing free shipping, but this was an item that I didn't think I would be able to move out fast enough, so since I was already kind of clearing out items, I figured I would go ahead and take it since it was donated. I wasn't losing anything, and I would rather get rid of it now than try to get rid of it later. So this did sell for $18 on Courtesy upon an offer. The fees that I had to put in were $9.87. That was with the shipping and everything. And that did leave me with a profit of $8.13 on this skirt. The following day, November 1st, we were starting off a new month, but I did only have one sale here. This was for a pink Victoria's Secret gray like camo sweater, and there wasn't anything too popular about this style or anything, but it was getting a lot of attention, and I know that for the weekend I did drop it down 25%, and somebody went ahead and sent me an offer on Mercari. I did accept their offer because I haven't had a sale on Mercari, and I was trying to get things kind of going on there. And again, this was a super basic sweater that I figured I would go ahead and make somebody's day on this one. So I did sell the Victoria's Secret sweater for $15. I paid a total of $2.44 into fees on this, and that did leave me with a profit of $11.41. Moving into Thursday, November 2nd, I had two sales here. These were for two really good sales that I was happy with. The first one being these Converse classic white platform shoes. I did think these shoes would move a lot faster, but I was still happy with the profit. And I am happy with the turnaround time. They didn't last too long. I know I posted these at the end of September, so it took maybe a little bit more than a month, but I did take the offer on these. I ended up selling these for $35 upon an offer on Poshmark. I did pay a total of $7 into fees on these, and that did leave me with a profit of $26.78 on these. For a bins pickup, I was so surprised with the condition, but they were in really good condition other than needing to be clean. So I did that, and I went ahead and had these posted on the higher end. I was very open to offers, but I didn't get any until this one, which I did accept, and really excited for the turnaround time, like I said. The following sale that I had, it was for a Free People purple pinwheel knit wool sweater. And this was another bins pickup, which I thought was beautiful. I liked the print on it, and these sweaters sold upon an offer that my Posh sidekick sent out for 10% off. So this did sell for $54. I went ahead and put in a total of $10.82 into fees on the platform, and that did leave me with a profit of $40.28 on this sale. November 3rd, I had another two sales here. Starting us off on this day, I had a Victoria's Secret gray animal sequin print sweater leave. This sweater looked pretty basic in the front. It was just a full zip sweater, but on the back, I did love the sequin like print on the back, and I just thought that it would be a really good mover. However, it was missing the drawstrings, which I didn't think was that big of a deal. But I did go ahead and post it with, I guess you would call it a flaw. And I did get a lot of attention, but no takers until this day. I had this sweater posted at the end of May, so it didn't take too long to sell, but I did accept an offer on Poshmark for $27. I did have to put in a fee of $5.40, which left me with a total profit of $20.57 on the sweater. The other sale on the 3rd that I had was for a Free People button-down linen blend sweater. This one I was not too proud of, but I have this theory that ever since I got a bad review on eBay, that my eBay store just is not getting the attention that it had at one point. I have either been getting nothing but lowball offers, or I just don't get any attention at all for quite a while. And I have been trying to run sales, I have been sending out offers, I have been listing every day constantly, and nothing seems to work. So these next couple sales I did end up taking just to try and get my eBay store kind of back on good terms, in hopes that that is something that happens. And because I have a low cost of goods, I am able to accept some of the offers coming through. So I did sit on some of these, however, I did go ahead and obviously let it go. The sweater was the first one that I let go. This one sold for $20.70. I believe the offer came in at like $15, but the shipping was not included, so that is in the price. The fees that I put into this were $7.31, and then that did leave me with a profit of $12.49. The sweater didn't last too long. I know I ended up posting this like mid-August, so just about 2 months, I would say, kind of sat in my closet, and of course moved out just in time for the fall-winter season. Going into the next day, we are on November 4th. On this day, I did only have one sale here, and this was for a Express teal body contour silky bodysuit. And originally, I don't pick up Express, but I did pick this up because of the feel of the fabric. It was like this bodysuit, and originally I kind of thought I was gonna keep it, but it didn't fit the proper way that I had wanted it to, so I did throw this in my closet. I was running a 25% off on eBay, so this was a full price sale, and this ended up selling for $20.70. This was including the shipping and everything. The fees that I put in were $7.10, and that did leave me with a profit of $12.69 on this. Going over the last day on November 5th, I did have 3 sales here. I started off first thing in the morning. I ended up with a sale on a barrack green Christmas gold sequin long sleeve sweater. And I originally picked it up because I thought maybe it was like a vintage brand, and I do tend to pick up like Christmassy or holiday things towards holiday season, and I just thought this would be a really good pickup because of the sequin on there. The design was just gorgeous, and the beading and everything. I'll go ahead and post some pictures, but I definitely picked it up because of quality and things like that. Doing some research on the sweater, I did figure out that this was not vintage, but they do have a website full of women's clothing. They have a specific category for Christmas sweaters or like Christmas like designs that they come out with every year, and this wasn't on their website anymore, but all their Christmas sweaters are very detailed with sequins and like beading and things like just like this one. Selling for over $200. I could not believe it, but I was checking comps. I did see a few anywhere from like 30s to somewhat of like $60, $70 range. On my specific sweater, I didn't see any more than like $40. So I did go ahead and post it for the 40. My Posh sidekick went ahead and sent out that 10% discount, which left me selling the sweater for $36. I did put in $9.22 into platform fees on this, leaving me with a profit of $25.60. This went so fast. I had posted it. It wasn't cross-posted or anything like that, so just on Poshmark. And this did sell in 3 days, so it's definitely a brand that I would keep my eyes out for. This next one was like a back-to-back sale. I ended up getting an offer on eBay for this torrid green sheer leopard print blouse. It was a bins pickup, and just because that reason and the sizing on it was a size 3X. I've never picked up that sizing in torrid, so I wasn't sure if it was going to be able to move. And as I did mention, my eBay store has taken a plunge over there, so I was just trying to accept whatever I could without losing money. So I did go ahead and sell this shirt for $17.13. The fees that I placed were $8.61, and that left me with a profit of $7.57. Moving into my last sale of the week, it was for a Nike women's gray training zip-up sweater. This one, I posted it and kind of just forgot about it, but I did have likers on Poshmark and some on Mercari, some on Curtsy, so I just thought I would send out some offers as I am trying to get some winter things relisted. This was one of the items I was going to relist if it didn't sell. I sent out a couple offers on Poshmark, and then I got to Curtsy. I sent out that $18 offer, and within like a minute I had somebody accept it, so that was very exciting. I sold this for $18. The fees that I put in were $2.62 for the sweater, and this did come from my consignment customer, so the profit that I made was $15.38 on this sweater. Compared to last week's sales, this was a turnaround, and I mean, not just based on how many pieces I sold, but for the profit that I made on them. Last week I had a total of 8 sales. I think I ended up with like $160-ish for those 8. But this week I did have a couple high-priced items kind of move out, like sweaters and things like that. So it was really nice to hear this week's gross sales on these. I ended up selling a total of 12 pieces, leaving me with a gross sale of $293.53. This was a huge turnaround from last week, so again, super excited to let you guys know it's moving. I definitely will say sweaters are starting to move out. So if you have a death pile full of sweaters, this is your sign to get those listed. Thanks for tuning in to another What Sold video. I hope to get a haul out to you guys soon. My hauls just have not been the greatest, so I'll definitely get one of those out to you guys. But until next What Sold video, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.